to chat.
Yeah.
We're live. Ooh.
And we are live.
We're live? Okay.
We are live, yes. So, welcome to the Pathological Nerdcasters monthly discussion. I will be your pseudo-host, or so-called host, or try to be your host, Jason Hancock from the Docking Bay 94 podcast. And with me, I have Brandon Kemp from the What Did You Play This Week podcast.
Hello?
I have Brian from the Cloak and Meeple YouTube channel.
Hey, guys.
We've got Patrick, who is also a contributor to the What Did You Play This Week podcast.
Hey.
And we have TC from the Tattered Board podcast.
Howdy, howdy.
A whole smorgasbord. I think Brian's outnumbered this month, sorry.
Oh, wow.
Well, 4 podcasters to 1 video logger.
It's a lot easier to do audio.
It is, right? Sweet. Well, thank you guys for putting up with the technical difficulties and me trying to hammer our way through this. Maybe we should do this like more than once a month, and maybe I'll remember how to do it.
Yeah, we're still trying to get the Q&A thing down.
Yeah. One of these days you'll be able to ask us questions.
Right?
One of these days we'll answer.
So why don't we start off with the usual of what we've been playing lately, or what we've acquired lately, because I'm sure none of us have bought any new games or anything lately.
Oh, absolutely not.
So, Brian, you want to start us off?
Sure. My latest acquisition is actually an older game, slightly older game. I just got Robinson Crusoe.
Ooh,
Awesome.
nice.
So I have played that a couple times. I have lost that a couple times.
Which scenario? The first scenario?
Just the first scenario. I tried that twice with 2 players, and then I did it with 4 players, and we were able to succeed, but I think we just did some stuff completely wrong, which is why it was so easy for us.
Nice. That game rule book is, I don't know if the newer version, but the older original version is not all that great.
No.
No.
It's got like a 20-page FAQ.
Right?
Is that longer than the rulebook?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So how'd you like it, other than losing both and maybe cheating, or losing one and cheating on the other one?
I really, really like it. It's a lot of fun. I like the way that different stuff is going to come out all the time, so it's something that I'm definitely going to explore a lot more.
No pun intended.
Nice. So my kind of complaint about it was whenever you take one of the cards from the events that happen and you put it in the other event, or into your actual event deck. It's been a while since I played. You know, something happens and then you shuffle it into your event deck. What I thought it would make sense that if all those card backs would have been the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's been some discussion about that. It still makes you think about it, like, oh, something bad's going to happen next turn. And also, when you put stuff in, you reshuffle that. So it's
Right.
like you're almost encouraged sometimes to put things in the deck just so you have a chance to shuffle it.
This is true, but it's just like, you know what, when you see that color, and it's kind of hard not to look at the bottom of that card, you know, when you're looking at the top. I try not to, but it's kind of hard not to. So you know by that color that what bad thing is going to happen to who. I mean, if one green one came up, and I don't remember if that was foraging or whatever it was, but
Exploring.
If only one person's had a bad foraging thing, you kind of know who that's going to affect on that next turn.
Yeah, you're right.
Or it could be like when we played, and we had shuffled the deck, and 6 of those cards all came out right after each other.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yikes.
Nice.
I am really curious about the Mars, the one that's supposed to be re-implemented on Mars.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Robinson Crusoe redone on Mars? Is that what it is? Reskinned or
Yeah, but it's got an
Basically.
app, and it may or may not have the monkey.
Monkey on Mars.
Sorry, I'm dating myself there. If you've ever seen that movie.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay. Nice. Sweet. So, anything else you've been playing, Brian?
That's really about it. I got Mysterium recently, but haven't gotten that to the table too much. But I know this weekend it's being requested, so I'm going to be taking that with me.
That's a great con. It's a great con game if you're going to a con anytime soon. We'll talk about that later.
Right. Well, that's another rule book one. Have fun with that one.
Well, Mysterium's not too bad. At least the second edition.
Yeah, it wasn't that good though.
I've seen worse.
This is true. But for a game that's kind of that simple, it's one of those rule books that made the game sound harder than what it was. At least I thought.
True.
Especially the way they worded the setup, which if you're the ghost. When you're trying to figure out the exact number of players and how many cards and blah, blah, blah. I just remember that being kind of convoluted and could have been streamlined a little bit better.
Are we talking the new version?
Yeah, the English
Okay.
Mysterium version.
I was going to say, I didn't have any issues with the Polish version. I know they changed a couple things.
Yeah. Is that your dog, Brandon?
Yeah, probably.
Wants to chime in on their opinion.
They're fighting in the other room.
Oh, nice.
I'll shut the door. Give me a second.
That's all good. Sweet, what have you been playing, Patrick?
Well, let's see. I had a game day over at my buddy's the other day on Saturday. I talked a little bit about this on the show, but I'll recap it here. My friend Jimmy showed up, and he's really big into heavy games, and he had Small City, which has this happy cover on it of people, cartoony city builders and stuff, and looks all fun and cute. And it's a real super heavy brain burner, I think. It lies and says 20 minutes per person or 30 minutes per person. It took us like an hour and a half per person.
Especially
which was fine.
On the first play.
It was an all-day game, but the player aid had like half of the rules on it, and we were talking about him a little bit earlier. He doesn't explain all the strategies very well, and we just kind of we got into it, and it was fine. It was fun. I enjoyed it a lot because it's a city planning game, and I'm all about that. SimCity or had that sort of feel, Suburbia, any of those kinds of games. I'm into them. So this is a really super heavy version of a city building game. And then
I've been hearing a lot about that.
Yeah,
as you call it, a civ game or simulation game like that. I'm really interested because I love that.
Yeah, well, I mean, the things interact with each other. You build some parks next to each other, and that encourages your residence areas to maybe grow and develop, and then that allows something else to develop, and then that allows you to it builds a little engine. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I'd heard a lot about it. And then when I saw that he had it, I was like, well, let's play it. So, and then a couple other heavy gamers were there, and they wanted to play a coin game or something heavy.
Yay, coin!
Yay! So they taught me my first coin game, baby steps.
Which one was it?
Cuba Libre.
That's a good one to start out with.
Yeah, it was, and I had no idea what I was doing, but fortunately the other 3 of the 4 of us had never played that one before, so we were like, what do we do? I don't know. I had no idea what I was doing, but I at least held my own. I didn't lose right away, but it was
nice.
fun. And when I left the party, Bill handed me his copy of the game, so I got to figure that out, because he's like, well, maybe you can get this played, because I can't get this played. And Brandon sent me Trick of the Rails, so I'm going to try to figure that out.
Ooh, nice.
Those are on my looking at table. And I'm packing.
And you're packing?
What are you packing for?
A trip. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
So Brandon, I know you probably already covered it on your podcast, but what have you been playing?
We did. I haven't been playing much of anything except for we picked up Daxu from Board Game Bliss, the J. Alex Kevern game that's White Goblin Games, I think, overseas in Europe. It's a neat little kind of, basically, you're just trying to have majorities and things like that. Little fun 2-player card game. Been playing that, and then we played a lot of Orleans over the last week or so.
Did you see the expansion?
The Invasion expansion?
Yeah. Well, no, I think there's another one. Did the Invasion get brought over here yet?
Not yet. It's still
okay.
on the way. At least according to
makes sense.
Lance, and then also according to our email we got, today? It should be here at some point, yeah. So we're still waiting for that, for the TMG version. I think they're all compatible, though, if I'm honest, but the DLP version, too, so.
Yeah, I still have not played Orleans.
It's a good one.
I enjoyed it.
Orleans is a good game. It's fun.
Yep.
Yeah, it just hasn't. Well, I know Tiffany and Steve have it, but
Yeah.
we're supposed to get a game in it sometime. But I don't personally own it, so even though, and then one of the guys at the meetup owns it, so I just haven't been on the same side of the table as it's been on yet.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Bill Corey taught it to my oldest daughter and wife at Geekway.
Made
And
them
then-
sticker it first.
Yes, they did have to sticker it, and it wasn't even Bill's copy; it was Paul's copy. So it was a whole big ordeal. But yeah, and they enjoyed it enough, so I used that as an excuse to spend $80 on the deluxe version and all that fun stuff. So it's like,
Nice.
I got it for you guys.
Really? All for you.
I love you guys.
I'll teach you, but it'll come at a price.
No, I made Gabby teach me, and then because she had learned it there, and then Corinza helped out a little bit. So it was when I let them teach me
There you go.
after I stickered it.
How nice. But anything else?
That's really it. I lost in Forbidden Island with Corinza because she decided to camp out next to a tunnel instead of, going into the tunnel, died of thirst, and I did. It was ugly. So,
Oh, Forbidden Desert, not Forbidden Island.
oh, did I say island? I meant desert, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Died of thirst while I was standing on the well.
Oh, wah wah. Here, I got the water for you over here. Dude. Oh, sorry.
Such a nice, humbling game.
Yeah, I played Forbidden Island first time in a long, long time at the meetup. One of the guys brought it. He had just picked it up. I kind of been a while, so I just kind of thumbed through the rule book real quick and taught him.
Yeah.
And, that game is still just fun.
It is.
Mhm.
Both of them are really good. Just throw it on the table. 2, 3
Yeah.
players go. Have a good
Yeah.
time. And I see some of those people out there playing it solo too, just playing like 3 or 4 characters doing that. I don't know. I'm not that much of a sadist.
God, did I do 3 actions that turn? Dang it, I can't remember.
Yeah, well, give me another one.
TC?
I've actually gotten in a game of Martin Wallace's Onward to Venus, and I've been really enjoying that one.
Is that the newest Martin Wallace to be released?
I think the newest one is actually Ships. This one came out right before it. I got it on sale on Amazon for really cheap. Really cheap. So yeah, instead of having a board, you got these planets, and you have to go colonize them, and you need mines and factories, and you can move your infantry around. But one of the really cool things about it is that these crises will build up, and each planet has a different crisis. And if too many crises are in Mars, it'll trigger the Martian invasion of Earth, and it'll come and start destroying Earth, or there'll be a robot rebellion on Earth, and you'll just automatically lose the game if a robot rebellion triggers on Earth. And that was pretty neat for what it was. I rather enjoyed it. It had this really bizarre. You roll 3 dice, and then you take the highest and lowest value, and you subtract it, and you add it to the value of whatever you're trying to conquer. And you gotta spend that many troops or ships or tanks to take it over. So it's this weird dice rolling mechanic, but for what it was a lot of fun, and the artwork is gorgeous on this thing. It's awesome.
Prettier than the second version of A Study in the Emerald?
Yeah. Yeah,
Really?
He actually got some guy from the Weta Workshop in New Zealand. He has this comic book series. It's all this retro steampunk stuff. The tanks are these giant steam behemoths. just come over and just crush things. Yeah, it was for what it was a lot of fun, and I think I finally got over my group's Doctor Who hump. Like, we're not playing Martin Wallace again because Doctor Who stunk.
Oh God.
We got Onward to Venus. Okay, no, we'll play Martin Wallace again. Oh, thank you. I redeemed myself.
Do you have the new version of Studying the Emerald?
I've played it. I don't have it, and they've made some significant changes. Hey, Liam. Oh.
Hi, Daddy.
Oh, you want to talk about Stone Age in a minute? Yes, you can drink it. But yeah, Onward to Venus, pretty good. So when we get to our spiel de jars, I have someone who wants to talk about my first Stone Age here.
Right on.
Yeah.
So, what have I've been playing lately? I've been playing a lot of World's Fair 1893, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get that back to the table.
Yeah, and like you said, Brandon, is that it is a perfect gateway game.
Mm-hmm.
I took it on vacation with us and with a couple that aren't much really gamers. They're Scrabble players and card players, but the board games they've played are the ones I've taught them, and they really liked it. You know, and the theme, it's like a perfect non-geek theme. You know, for people who are not into that, and it's a good way for gateway area control. It's done very nice. So, really enjoying the play of that. I finally broke down and I bought it because it was on right before I went on vacation because it was on sale on Amazon. But I broke down and bought First and Goal after a couple of plays of it.
That can be fun.
It does such a nice job of capturing the metagame of picking plays, surprisingly. And because I know Richard had gotten every expansion that goes to that game now, so now I'm on the hunt for expansions because that looks like with the different dice and stuff, I think it'll be a lot of fun.
You really took to that game. I was really surprised. At Game Storm, we were chucking dice all over the place on that game.
Me and Mike played it, and we had a blast playing it. Yeah, and Richard watched the whole time. We played the whole game, and we just all three had a blast playing that while I was attending the library at PDX Age. Yeah, because we had a stellar game. I was down by 14 points. I couldn't get nothing going. And then by halftime, I had tied. And then at the second half of the game, he had got way ahead. And I had done an onside kick, had recovered it miraculously, and then end up winning it at the end. I mean, it was like 2 comebacks in one game. It was pretty funny. But
getting back to World's Fair, I just wanted to. How many games have you played? Somebody posted a question about long-term longevity.
I've played 4 games of it so far.
Yeah, me too. I'm okay with that. I didn't know how to respond because I only played 4. So
I think there's enough variety because you technically randomly put out the colors, which doesn't make a huge difference. But I think the randomization of the cards compared with ratio to the random of the colors of the tiles will. I don't see it getting old. You may be able to solve it, but I don't know if it'll get old.
Yeah, I don't think the longevity is there based on strategy and I think the longevity is there because you're going to break it out with different people. You're going to introduce different people to the game, and you're going to enjoy doing it with it too. Partially, I think we've got about. I think I got about 10 games in. Is what we played when we did the review, and I'd been chomping to get it back on the table. We just haven't had time. I got to get my parents. I think they'll give that one a try.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yep.
Yeah, so I would say, like Brandon said, I think longevity is there. I mean, if you were to play it every night with the same people, that would get tiring.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But
yeah.
And it's an easy enough game that you can just kind of glance through the action cards and the rules and remember exactly the rules right off the bat after a year of not playing it. So.
Yep. I can set it up from memory still.
Right. Exactly. So, and then I've been playing. The mystery rummies and the Wyatt Earp have been breaking out quite a bit lately. Yeah. Jack the Ripper is the one that the wife and I usually go to whenever out of the 4. That and the Jekyll and Hyde, but
Yeah.
I think I've got Jack the Ripper.
do you?
Yeah.
Or Jekyll and Hyde and Wyatt Earp.
Yeah, the Jekyll and Hyde is
I-
great players.
Yep.
What's that, Brian?
I was just saying I played the Jekyll and Hyde, and that one's a lot of fun.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, the Edgar Allan Poe one, Murders in the Rue Morgue, is probably, unfortunately, my least favorite out of those mystery rummies. It feels like way too swingy. But we've only played it like once or twice, and we like the other ones better.
Gotcha.
But that's pretty much been it. Just a lot of light stuff. I still got to get through Prophecy of the Dragon for time stories. That still needs to get to the table.
Yeah, I didn't mention that. I did play. We did finish up Marcy Case last week.
What'd you think of it?
I thought it was fine, other than the struggling to figure out the answer
Oh, yeah,
without giving it away.
right.
We ended up looking it up on the internet. We just couldn't figure out.
Is that the
We
Marcy
figured out
case?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember with us. I think it was.
Is that the zombie
wasn't
one?
that yeah, it's the one where you almost can happen upon the answer without even trying.
Right.
And then
You
just.
you could, yes, but also we failed, and then we're like, okay,
Yeah, I know.
what's the right answer? Well,
Yeah.
it's one of these things, but we still don't know why that's the right answer.
Gotcha. Yeah. So yeah. So Prophecy of the Dragon. You guys, any of you played that one yet?
It's.
I'm halfway through it.
You don't sound
Brandon?
excited.
It's sitting in shrink wrap, waiting for a day. We're actually going to try it once. We're going to try it for once to play it all in one day instead of, stretching it out over a month. So
Notes are perfectly legal to take during that game. By
I
the
know,
way.
and we did that through Marcy Case. We wrote down everything, and it really kind of ruined the game. If you want to know the truth, 'Cause
Did it?
When you reset, you're like, okay, we're going to do this, 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 and you've got everything mapped out.
Yeah, but when you play every couple of weeks, that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to restart every time. Oh, I knew I wasn't supposed to go there.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
DC, what'd you think of your halfway play of it?
Oh, I've enjoyed all my plays of Time Story so far. I think Prophecy of Dragons is, I don't know, I haven't cracked open, there's 3 decks of cards in that one. One says Mystery, and I haven't cracked open the Mystery deck yet. So I really want to get there. I think we're going to hit it this Saturday and finally get all the way through it, but I'm not certain. But, it's, I've just enjoyed it. Even though we screw up the rules, and
Mm-hmm.
it's still fun to play through, even though you mess it up. I know a guy up at work, one of the doctors I work with. He's like, "Yeah, we played Prophecy of Dragons, and we did the whole thing once and didn't mess it up." And I said, "Well, did you do this rule?" He's like, "Oh no, he messed that
We
up."
messed it up.
But still, he enjoyed it so much he didn't care. And I think that's the trick
Right.
with Time Stories, is that it's just an experience, and I've really enjoyed it.
There's a new FAQ went up today, by the way.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, good to know. Because they could use a couple of those.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Brian, have you played any of the Time Story stuff?
I have not. It is on my list to buy right now. We almost bought it last week at the game store, but then we got Robinson Crusoe instead.
Oh, yeah.
Equally fun.
I can see either one of those games.
We
Not
played.
a bad choice.
I was gonna say we played that in between 2 of our Time Stories adventures as part of our Epic Wednesday night game night. So, good choice.
Wait. So there is 2 of you going to Origins, right?
Yeah.
Brian and Patrick?
Yep.
You're not going, Brandon, right?
I am not.
You just went to Geekway.
I went to Geekway. If they were a little bit more spread out, I might have been able to pull it off. But
There's one guy.
Hey.
There's no advantage,
Oh,
right?
Bingo card.
Bingo. Yay. That's awesome. Now that's so cool of you to do, Patrick.
Mhm.
So who is all on your bingo card this year for Origins?
Well, it's Craig and his family. I couldn't make it myself, representing What Did You Play This Week, and Brian from Cloak and Meeple, and Dan from Boards a lot. Is it Boards? What's his podcast? Board Everyday Podcast. So the whole point of this. Let me go back up. What started this was I started like a Google Doc last year, and I would like cut and paste little pictures of people that I wanted to meet in Twitter, and that was the genesis of the bingo card.
Yeah.
And then it became an actual bingo card of people I wanted to meet at Origins that I had never met before, and that was the requirement, is it had to be somebody I never met before. And but then I've gotten to meet a lot of these people by going to cons, so not everyone on here. So anyway, Donnie from Low Player Count. Let's see, Tony from he's from Kentucky. He's on Breaking Into Board Games. Tony Miller.
Mhm.
Matt Wolf.
Nice.
Nat Levin from Oakleaf Games. What's his game? The Whaling game.
Whaling, yeah, New Bedford.
New Bedford. Levi Moat, and then Corey Young, who's in my neck of the woods. He and I are buddies.
Levi's
And then
in
I was-
our neck of the woods, like
Yeah.
10
Yeah.
minutes from me.
Yeah, and then I always like to do. I try to do, some women gamers. So I've got Kimberly's kids under the ladies columns, 7 and 11, and Jessica Wade, who's joined us over on Whether You Do our show as well as she's on State of Games. And then the center square is always like a restaurant or something, because everyone hears about how great food is at Origins, right? Last year was Janie's Ice Cream. This year is Melt Bar and Grill, which is like a grilled cheese place.
Oh yes.
Melt.
Tiffany Banson from the League of Nonsensical Gamers, and then Brenda, who I don't know at all. I just actually I've never even interacted with her before. Kimberly knows her and said she was coming, so she introduced me to her, and she's on the card.
Oh, right on.
Eric Leith, I know him pretty well through cons and stuff. He's in the Columbus area. He does a really great foodie thing. If you guys have seen it, there's like this map of all the great places to eat in Columbus that he does. Kimberly's husband, Jordan, Paul Grogan from Gaming Rules, Berkey, Jamie, one of just a generic Twitter guy who's coming down from Toronto that I know, Chris Kopak, my buddy David Earls, who I met through the Envoy program. We were talking about, what was the football game we were just talking about?
First and goal.
First and goal at a con. John Richard from Indianapolis. My buddy Grayson, who I always play. He's going to be my roommate at BGG, and we are.
Wow. Did you make your bingo card a little bit bigger this year?
I did not. And no, it's always 5 by 5.
I was going to say it's 25, yeah.
Yeah, and Meixner. So
Awesome.
those are them. So
That's
anyway,
cool.
it's like I'd say most of these people I've not met, not all of them.
No,
What?
that's awesome for you to put together and hand out.
And it's people ask what's it for. It's a meta game. It's trying to get people to talk to each other, and it gives people a reason to. And the one at BGG was hilarious because Holly thought it was real. I don't know. It was really funny. She thought it was like a part of. I don't know if she thought it was an official event or what. But she got everyone's picture and sent them to me. And I had actually gotten a game. I'd gotten a spare copy of that little submarine game, submarine game. So I gave it to her.
Oh.
You said you didn't have to give you a real prize here.
No, that is super cool of you to put together.
Yep. So now it's actually expected of me. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. So are you going to BGG Con this year, Patrick?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you were making it this year or not. If you got your ticket within that 2-hour window.
I was. Yeah. That was a crazy day. So so me and me and my roommate had agreed on it that I was going to get the room, and then we'd both get our own ticket, and then all of a sudden I had this meeting scheduled like I don't know what time it was, like 2 o'clock or something.
Right.
And I had a meeting at 1 o'clock. I was like, oh crap. So I go into this meeting, I'm looking at my watch going, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. I left my meeting at like 1:30. It was just a short meeting, but I got out of there and I'm getting these text messages in the meeting, you know. Oh, the hotel room block opened up 15 minutes before the ticket window opened up. And I was in charge again, so I ran over to my computer and I'm got the room, you know, and I sent them a message, got the room. And you know, and then of course at 2 o'clock, all the computers froze up and no one could get tickets, and we're all F5 and F5, F5. You know, so finally I got a ticket, and then yeah, that was insane. And
Wow.
But yes, I'm going. So my wife's like, "You're going to another con again?"
So Brian, you're going to Origins, and you're going as media.
Yes, I have an official press pass.
Woohoo!
Cool.
My first year going as press, which is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
And one thing I did not realize that comes along with the press pass is they go ahead and send your information to all of the people that are going to be having booths there. So I've been getting tons of emails saying, "Hey, come by our booth, schedule some time with us," which is pretty cool.
Cool. That's awesome.
That's awesome, actually. Yeah.
You've already one-upped me, so there you go. So, have you got anything scheduled out that you plan on doing there, either press-wise or event-wise?
I know for sure I'm going to the Secret Cabal meetup, and then I'm going to try to hit the Dice Tower live show.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I'm just going to be wandering.
Let me know how those drunk bastards are at the Secret Cabal. I expect full report on that. It was crazy. They were tearing down the walls and beer was flying everywhere.
Well, this time they're actually not at the convention site. They're actually off-site.
At the pub.
Because of what happened last year.
Yeah.
Gordon Beers.
That should be even more chaotic. It should up Origins, man. I expect to see you report like all hungover. Oh my god, I went to this thing. It was crazy. Oh.
There's gonna be police reports all over the place.
Yeah.
Now you guys
There
know
was
that
naked meeples everywhere.
there's like an alternative lifestyles festival going on at the same time. So and then we're going to be crossing paths. It'll be a hoot. I got to interject. I don't know if you guys heard this story of mine yet. I only have like 3 interesting stories. So, a couple of years ago, I was playing with the Cabal. We were playing. Me and Brian were playing Suburbia, and a couple guys needed to go do a smoke break or something, and they went out to the street at Origins, and the nude bike race went by. And I'm not a smoker, so I missed it, unfortunately. And so the guys the rest of them came back in. They're like, "Holy crap! Did you guys know this? What's going on?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, that happens every year. I mean, it's just it's Columbus."
I know, it's like, it's in Portland. There's some naked bike riders. Yeah.
It's
Tuesday.
That's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Well, just so you know, the Pride Parade goes right past the convention center at 10:30. I actually have it on my schedule so I can see what's going on.
Awesome.
Nice. Yeah, I got caught up in one. It's coming from CloudCap Games TC one night on a Saturday night. Just going down the middle of Portland, same thing, Patrick, and all of a sudden naked bike riders. I'm like, hey, where'd this come from?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't ask for a lift, did you?
Well, actually, you think it's a lot cooler than it actually is.
Yeah.
Because you're like, what are they right?
Uncomfortable just thinking about it.
So, you guys listen to the show? Did you hear about last year's debacle with the Gamma guy came down?
No.
Oh my God! So first of all, they do have a couple drinks while they're there. So, and they were selling mugs and trying to get the raffle going and stuff. And then the guy who runs Gamma came down the elevator because it's right in the lobby bar of the hotel. and had a conniption, for lack of a better term, about the fact that there was unlicensed or unauthorized activities going on, and was ready, like getting ready to take people's badges and.
Oh, that's right. That was at Origins?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And because I was sitting right next to that booth, sort of thing, watching this all go down. And
as you slowly stepped away. Oh, did we lose him?
It's a good picture of him, though.
He tells this epic story and he goes away.
He'll be back.
Maybe the Cabal shut him down. Oh, we can't let this story get out.
Oh, Patrick, you can't leave us hanging.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you can.
Nah, I think he
Maybe
can for a bit.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll come back to him then whenever he gets on.
Let's see how it looks on YouTube. Oh no, he's not on there. Okay.
So, Brandon, you just went to Geekway. Is there any other conventions you plan on going to?
I am, as of last week, we kind of decided I'm going to do Gen Con. So.
Oh, you are? Sweet.
Yeah. It'll be me with my brother-in-law. No family with me this time, so it'll be a bit weird. So.
Oh.
I'm going to go.
Weekend?
Yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see about Thursday, but we'll be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday at least.
Oh, right on.
So.
Oh, we
Hang out.
lost him completely.
Yeah. Just gonna go see who we can schmooze with a little bit and talk to and see all the new stuff. Yeah. I wonder if Gen Con sells my email like Origins does. Because I am going as press to Gen Con too. Whenever they
Are
first,
you?
Yeah, when they
Awesome.
first set it up, I went ahead and I grabbed it, or I sent the thing saying I'd like a press pass, yada yada yada. Wait in line, see if you get one, and I got one.
Oh,
And then
right
I
on.
decided, well, I may not go, and then so I just my
Oh.
wife decided that, hey, why don't you just do it? So we'll do it.
That's awesome.
Yep.
TC, you were going to the GMT thing in November?
Yes, October actually.
Oh,
October.
October.
They just announced the dates. I'll actually have to look it up. It's May. No, it's October something. I just said October, didn't I? Yeah, it's sometime in October. I think it's like the 13th through the 16th. I'm trying to work it out so we can play Liberty or Death with Harold Buchanan. And the
Gotta
guy
play that again.
Yeah, you need to play that. I've been playing it quite a bit, and that game just gets so much better the more you play it. It's great. And the guy who designed Sword of Rome, we're going to try to get out of. Whoa.
Well,
Is it Patrick back?
I think there was a foghorn.
what was that?
But we're going to try to get the designer of Sword of Rome to play with us, and they haven't announced who's going to be there or not, so I'm not sure if Mark Herman or the rest of the gang's going to be up there, but I'm hoping to get down there and talk to those guys. Mark just announced the second game in his, I think he's calling it the Great Politician series, which started with Churchill, which, by the way, if you guys haven't played Churchill yet, you should. It's awesome. The second one's going to be Pericles, the Peloponnesian War, which looks so good. I can't wait to get my grubby hands on that thing.
Which one's out?
Pericles, the Peloponnesian War. So like there's one Sparta, you got Athens. It looks good. Words can't describe how excited. I've already P500 it. I don't care when it comes out. I'm on.
Sorry. 1 second here. So apparently our chat isn't working, so we'll use Twitter. I don't know. Teaches me to try to do this 40 minutes early. Apparently, epic fail on my part. Sorry, Tony. Sweet. And then you're not going to BGG Con, right? Because I couldn't talk you into it. TC.
Oh, BGG Con?
Yeah.
I couldn't get tickets. I was like, when I was going to get a ticket, I was like, oh, look, it's gone. I'm like, well, guess I'm not going.
Oh, that's right.
Because I planned, I was like, yeah, I was at work, and I was like, I'll just wait. It won't sell out that fast. I can wait till the end of the day, and I look, and it was like just completely gone. Like, okay.
They went really quick this year.
It stinks
Patrick's
because I got
internet just died.
family in Texas, so it would be that hard to go. And apparently, getting a ticket to it is now it's like an Xbox achievement or something.
Well, I got the achievement. Woohoo!
Yeah, ding! Woohoo! I have been talking to the guys who did PDX Age, Jessica and Matt, and they seem fairly willing to do a second convention in October. We're trying to coordinate that at some point.
I'd be interested in helping out with that one too.
Yeah, it might be a TatterCon here in the next few years. Might have to have it at the Holiday Inn.
There you go. Yeah, they had a nice big room there.
Yeah,
So.
if I could go to these things, I'll just bring people to me. Come on down over here.
We're batting it around here for a weekend once just to try it out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
We could have like pathological nerdcasters, East Coast and West Coast. You know.
We're bigger than PAX.
Yeah, we could just meet in the middle.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
We're gonna have an East, West, Midwest. You gotta find a South.
We'll just crash HeavyCon and call it Central.
Yep.
So have you guys seen the Spiel de Jour or the SDJ and the Kenner announcements?
Yes.
Recently, as in about 40 minutes ago when we started talking about it.
You didn't do your homework?
I did.
Man.
40
I'm looking
minutes
at it
ago,
right
we
now.
started talking about it.
Oh, crap. I better fucking look this up.
I have.
So-
It's a good crop, I think.
Yeah.
There were some really pleasant surprises on there. I was really pleasantly surprised to see Karuba on it.
Yeah. Hands down, that would be my pick. But we know what's going to win, I think.
Yeah, it could be.
How much? You know, I was going to look back, and I did look back, and I kind of forgot, but does the sales make a big difference on the SDJs, do you think? And the question is, Codenames is huge here in the U.S., but is it that big in Germany?
Well, I don't know if sales can make a dip because Emotep hasn't even been released over here yet. So I don't even know if that's any good or not.
Yeah.
Oh, are you asking I'm back, by the way. Are sales impacting whether it gets it? Because it's going to be a huge impact on the game selling.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Brandon.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, yeah, we were just talking about sales impact for the SDJ if the sales of Codenames would make the difference on whether it would win or not.
Oh, because it's been out longer than the other two.
What were you going to say, Brandon?
Oh. No, I it's got to make some kind of difference with sales and being as popular as it is. Because while we do the judges are kind of different than gamers, but they are just the gamers, really. And they see what's selling over there and what's selling here. And it's that perfect family weight. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just curious if Codenames is as popular over there as it is here.
I don't know. I assume it is. Paul Grogan sure talks the heck out of it over there, and I don't know.
True. So Tony asked, what is the best game we've played this month?
This month?
This month.
Let me think about that for a while. You go first.
Let me say, Rebellion for you?
No, actually, I've moved on. I've moved on.
Last month?
Just curious, where did he ask the question? I'm not seeing the question.
On Twitter.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, apparently our Q&A is not working like it's supposed to be working, so... And I was watching the YouTube page, and then, Craig put it thing, so... But no, he asked on Twitter, because apparently I suck at tech tonight, so... Teach me to try to be ahead of the curve. So, Brandon, for you, what has been the best game you played this month?
I'm actually going back and looking because I played a whole lot I didn't play a whole lot at Geekway. I played quite a bit, though.
Are we talking June?
We'll incorporate May.
Yeah, if you're talking June.
Last, we'll say
play
last
games?
30 days month. How's that?
It's probably
The
Orleans.
cutoff is May 7th.
Yeah, it's probably Orleans or Quadropolis has been a lot of fun for us too.
Has that been a lot of fun?
Yeah,
I've been thinking
it
about
has.
picking that one up.
It's a good little game. My daughter absolutely loves it, and we finally got her to play the advanced side, or the expert side, I guess it's called, which adds it and switches things around a little bit. And it's got legs, I think. It's a pretty quality game. Probably, I don't know, I like Five Tribes too. I was going to say probably the best one they've had in a long time, Days of Wonder wise, but...
Does it fit into? Is there a hole in the collection that it fits into? I mean, that if somebody was to have a hole, I guess I should say. Does that make sense? You know what you know what I mean, though. I mean,
it's
if you've got Suburbia, do you need Quadropolis? If you've got a medium weight
I
game
think
like Suburbia, is it different enough?
Well, you're asking the wrong person because I sold Suburbia pretty quick after playing it.
What? That's all right. We're done.
I like Quadropolis. I think Quadropolis is a step up. It's a step up from the Ticket to Ride from the Five Tribes. Five Tribes maybe even with it. And I think it fits in that family game. If you're wanting, we've been playing Ticket to Ride too long, we need something to step up to. I think it does it quite well.
Ticket to Ride is enough.
What's that?
So one game of Ticket to Ride is enough. Have some of that.
Yeah.
Gosh, on the Suburbia.
But I love Castles of Magic. No, we won't go there. It fits in that. It's not quite medium weight. Maybe expert-wise it is. It's right in there. It changes things up enough. Adds a few more tiles to the mix. You just got to know. It's a fun little game. You just got to. It's about building, optimizing every build. It's fun.
Yeah, just nobody in my meetup. I don't think because CC you don't have it, right?
No, I do not have Quadropolis, although I've been wanting to play it. It looks really cool.
Yeah. So I've been on the fence because I have plenty of medium weight games.
Yeah.
I have Suburbia, which I absolutely love the app and that game. But
I don't think they stand in the same space. I mean, they're both city builders
Right.
effectively, but I don't think they really occupy the same space.
That's why I was curious. Cool.
Yeah. There's not as much bookkeeping.
There's no bookkeeping in Suburbia.
Some people don't get it.
Yeah, I didn't. I'll happily play it again.
I would check out, because you say bookkeeping. I would suggest you check out the app if you haven't played the app, because it does all that kind of automatic for you, and maybe you'll get more enjoyment out of the app than
trying
the
to think
actual
if I have an active and working tablet, but I don't. So.
Wow. I thought I was having tech problems.
Nah. I found my daughter's Kindle Fire HD, and it's got big cracks across it, and it won't even boot up, so... We don't have one.
So Brian, for you?
Well, Robinson Crusoe's going to be my number one, but I would say my number two game would be Takedo, because I got the Ultra Deluxe big giant version of that, and it was a lot of fun.
Which one?
Takedo.
Cool.
Oh. Yeah, see, that's one I'm not a fan of.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you get the pre-painted stuff, though? Or is it just the... Because it's got to look beautiful sitting there on the table.
Oh, yeah.
With that collector's edition. It's a game I don't mind every now and then when you just want something to unwind with.
Yeah.
You can sit and you can chat with people and just kind of play it out. But
yeah. Nice.
And the
that's cool,
soundtrack
Brian.
is nice.
Is it cool?
Oh, is there a soundtrack to the Deluxe?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Anything else? That's probably your best one? Your favorite one?
Yeah. That's it so far for me.
TC?
If you didn't like that choice, you're going to love mine. I've gotten in a few more plays of Tin Goose in. and
Oh
I've
my
really
goodness.
been enjoying that one.
What?
Yeah, I've
Seriously?
discovered. Yeah, I played it. I played a 5-player game of it, and I set everything up so I caused a strike, then I caused a fire hazard, and I took almost everyone out of the game just by screwing them over hard because they weren't managing their risk very well. And they're like, "Oh, your little fleet's not doing much," and I just blew them out of the game, made them take all these bonds they couldn't afford to play, and I've been enjoying it because it is such a divisive game. People either really like it or they really don't. And I haven't played a game that's done that since I had Churchill hit the table.
So, weight-wise, is it an Airlines Europe?
No.
I have not played Airlines Europe.
It's not.
Have you played Martin Wallace's Airplanes, maybe?
No, I have not.
Mm-hmm.
The best way for me to describe Tin Goose is it's like playing Ticket to Ride, except you can literally reach out and punch someone in the face. I mean, it's like it really is. It could be
That
like
sounds
imagine
Ticket to Ride.
imagine Ticket to Ride, but there's no restriction on routes because you can go to someone else's route. You can crash your economy hardcore, and the bidding. I know you don't like it, Jason, but the more I play it, the more the bidding's interesting because you just bid once, and what you're doing is you're setting the price market-wise for that person to buy their own airplane. So you gotta like have a padding of money to be able to withstand all this random chaotic crap that's going to happen that may or may not happen depending on the people playing it. So yeah, it can be brutal and fun.
So what changed your mind from our 3 play of it to your 5 play?
The people playing it. No offense, but
Oh wait, whoa.
we were playing people with we were too nice when we were playing it. You play some people who are more cutthroat, and that thing just becomes a knife fight in the telephone booth, man. People will outbid you. They'll crash. They'll strike you out. And it's fast enough you can get taken out pretty quick, and it doesn't. It's a short game, so you can just be blown out of the water and be like, "Wow, that was pretty cool. I want to play this again. I don't like playing with you. You're down next time." My biggest
Maggie agrees with me. It sucks.
Yeah.
My biggest complaint with the game is the components. I saw another copy and it still had the board cut all crappy, the bad paper money. I don't know if it's a Rio Grande thing. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, it's like, no, we're taking this paper money. I got the poker chips.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot have a soft skin playing that game. And I think that's why I like it so much. Is like you could just get.
But I'm all right with a soft game. I'm just not impressed with that, the betting mechanics of it.
Well, it speeds the game up. When you bid once, you're not bidding like you're not being a wimp and going, I 1, 2, 3, 4. No, you got to do it right now, right away, and set it, or just you got balls up or get out. But yeah, like I said, but then again, I mean, people like either really like it or really don't. And I don't know, maybe I'm just attracted to those type of games. And another game I'm enjoying is for my son here. Me and Liam and the family have been playing My First Stone Age a lot, and we've been really enjoying that one. It's a 15-minute game. You just basically memorization. You're getting simple goods. You build 3 huts and you're done. The components are fantastic. The goods are big and chunky. It's easy to teach, and kick it. My 6-year-old wants to play it. Oh, let's play My First Stone Age. My First Stone Age. I'm like, this is an awesome game.
Sweet.
Yeah.
For me, as I haven't really been playing anything new, as I mentioned earlier, but I'll have to go with First and Goal. I've just been digging the hell out of it.
Oh,
so.
That's such a good game. I love that thing.
It is so much fun. So that and Tricarion, I guess that PDX Age was within the last month, wasn't it? Close. So Tricarion for the heavy side, First and Goal for just nice dice chucking metagame. Would be mine. Joe Duffy asks.
Before we move on, I didn't get mine.
Oh, you didn't get Kentucky?
You play some stuff.
Well, you left us hanging. You left us hanging in the middle of the conversation.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll shut up.
No, finish your origin story. First, you gotta finish your origin story.
Oh, what was my origin story? Well, anyway, Jamie was really drunk, and trying to, be like all professional talking to this guy when he had like 12 whiskeys in him. So anyway, it all got worked out. So they had to, Bonacor stepped in and
Oh, their
figured
sponsor.
things out.
Weird.
Yeah, and he's a pretty cool guy actually.
Yeah.
And he offered to take all the prizes and hand them out at his booth the next day, and take the tickets and stuff, and it all got settled. But anyway, I think that's why it's at Gordon Biersch this year. Plus, they all get huge. I mean,
Yeah.
4 years ago there were 14 of us, and now there's like 1,400 people there, and they're bursting at the seams, and they need bigger spaces. So those guys are huge. They're way over our heads.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, I was gonna say, since I see Beth is listening in on us, I was gonna have to say World's Fair as my best game of last month. But anyway, enough of that pandering. I'll say.
Ka-ching.
I wasn't being that nice. Come on.
Yes, Mr. Cabbage Head. Since my regular gaming schedule's been all askew, I've been playing some solo of that. And Travis Hill got me started on that game, and then I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's just this cute little, weird little artsy game. They look like old seed packets, and you just plant some weird plants and try to score points the best. And it's just done in a really cute way. It's a lot of fun. Playing about 15 minutes at the card table, so that's what I'm enjoying a lot, actually.
I haven't even heard of that.
I can't believe you gave Travis credit for that one over Derek. Man.
Well, Travis started it. Travis started
I know. Yeah.
But Derek played it like 30 times.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Yeah. Just go to his feed.
Yeah.
It's all.
But yeah, I
Cabbage
picked
Head.
up the expansion, and it's got more characters now, and some other ways to play it. So yeah, I posted the other day. I forget the guy's name. They have these weird names, like Lord so and so. He's a dick kid. And he took all my cabbages. It's like these conversations we have are so stupid. Talking about cabbage and carrots. We get all worked up about something that's that dumb. But
You guys are gonna make me order that, I guess. Just hearing everyone.
well, it's
Make
print play. I mean, I think you can print it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. I'll order it. The nice copy from.
The nice linen cards are nice.
Yeah, I
If
forget where
we
he's-
quote unquote make you get that game, consider you're getting off the hook cheap.
Yeah.
Like we made Craig by Rebellion, remember?
Yes.
Craig deserved that.
Made him.
But
Anyway, so now you can ask Joe's question.
Right on. We'll start with Patrick, so that way I don't blow by him.
Sorry.
I lost the question. Oh, what's the last game you backed on Kickstarter and why?
I was actually ready for that. It was the Dresden Files game, and the
Oh.
reason for that was my wife is a huge Dresden Files fan, and I was hoping she'd play games with me.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean,
Right
I
to
think
the
it
life.
looked okay. It looked okay. Besides that, I wasn't just going to get it because of that, but that was the kicker.
So, do we only get one? I wonder if Joe only wants one because I've got 4 packs.
he said the last
Well,
one.
he said last, and that was
last one. Oh.
technically the last.
Technically the last. Well, I do got to give a shout out to OrcaCon 2017. If you're up in the Seattle area, the Kickstarter's right now. Check it out. It was a ton of fun last year. But that is not the last one. The last one is actually the Exia. I think technically it's the last one I clicked.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Exia. Embers of a Forsaken Stars. That's I'm backing right now. And Anachrony just finished up, which I backed. Because, well, it's Mind Clash games, and I love Tricarion, so I'm willing to give that a shot. How about you, Brandon?
The last one I followed through on.
He didn't say anything about that, did he?
No, the last one I followed through on was Bottom of the Ninth, with the big executive suite on that.
Oh, yes.
I was in for both This War of Mine and Anachrony, and I ultimately decided to pull the plug on them.
Why on Anachrony?
It looked a little convoluted to me. That The theme is nothing that's going to get my wife to play it.
Oh.
It looked really neat. The miniatures were cool. Just, the little... But I couldn't bring myself to do it just for that. And it would be a game that just sat there on the shelf. And This War of Mine was the same exact thing, except I knew I should have kept that one. I could have sold that one. I know. But
You were all stoked for War's Mine too, because you were
I
telling me about
was.
it before it was
I was.
launched.
Yeah. I'm kind of cooling my jets on the Kickstarter thing. I saw Massive Darkness hit this afternoon, and I was ready to press that pledge button. I missed
$120.
$120. I missed the whole early bird of $10 off. I missed that by like however many minutes. I was on there at like 2:15 and they were gone. And I just said, forget it. It's not worth it. So I'm waiting for Rocky Road a la mode.
Rocky Road Allo Mode?
Yep.
What is
From
that?
Green Couch.
Oh, who designed that?
Joshua Mills.
Oh, okay, right on.
So waiting for that and Yokohama, and that'll probably be me done with Kickstarter for a while.
Yeah, I keep saying that too.
Don't check back in with me, please. And I've got to unfollow everybody that follows me. I cannot be held accountable.
What you got the whole shindig of bottom of the ninth, right?
Yeah, I did. Because I missed out on it the first go-round, and I figured they were offering it early. You get the base set and all the goodies early, and then you get all the stuff from later. So I figured, why not?
It's a great game. I've enjoyed it.
I've heard good things.
I think you will like it.
I like baseball.
Yeah? Do you like baseball highlights?
I do.
Okay.
Yep.
Because I know some...
It's up
Oh,
there.
it goes the Networks. Networks was your last one, Joe? That's been a while. You're slacking.
Yeah, I'm waiting on... I didn't back that one on Kickstarter either, but I'm waiting. I bought it after the fact.
So, Brian, of all the things that you've been doing and previewing, is there anything that's just totally grabbed you and went, oh my god, I've backed this? Your last one.
The last one I backed, the last 10 minutes of the campaign was This War of Mine.
Oh!
Gotcha.
Apparently you took up Brandon's slack.
I want nothing
But see,
but
the
the
funny
best
thing
for that
was-
game.
The funny thing was, I had never played the video game before.
Okay.
So I looked into the video game, and actually today I purchased it because on Steam it's 50% off until tomorrow. So I went ahead
Good to
and
know, or not good to
Yeah.
know. Damn you, Brian.
Play it,
Yeah,
love
I've
it, be aggravated
I've
with
been
it.
playing that- I've been playing that all day.
Oh. Yeah, I finally broke down and got Overwatch. Damn it. There's all the production just went out the window. But
What podcast?
exactly right. So if nothing gets updated on the website, I don't know what happened. Wait, TC, what was the last Kickstarter you did?
I haven't kickstarted a game ever.
I was going to say,
That's
was
what
it
I
imminent
thought.
domain?
Although,
I thought you did one.
Nope.
I was going to say, what was the last Kickstarter game you bought?
Last Kickstarter game I bought, I think maybe it was March of the Ants. I bought a few of them.
Oh, you didn't even kickstart the expansion?
Nope, because James is getting into the store.
Whatever. I'm telling
Yeah.
Tim you didn't help him.
Well, it was perfectly fine funded without my help. I am curious to see if Princess of the Renaissance is going to get funded. It's pretty close. I've been watching that one. The reprint of the Martin Wallace game. Soul funded, and I actually got to play that one. I would love to get my hands on a copy of that, because any game where you can fly a ship into the sun for victory points is just awesome. Came in second place doing that, just suiciding my ships right into the sun. It was a nice game. And then I've played the March of the Ants expansion, and I wish Little Pigs would go back up, but no.
Did you get a chance to play Little Pigs?
Yeah, I played Tim's demo, his prototype with Kate, and we really liked it.
Yeah, okay. I didn't get a chance to play it, and I backed it when it was on Kickstarter, and it looks awesome. So, but so did we get everybody on that question? Did I leave anybody out? Just checking.
Yeah.
Sweet. And then Mo asked, where did Mo's that question go? What Kickstarter has surprised you, or what published game has surprised you? Go backwards. Start with TC.
Like this month or ever or anything more specific than that?
We'll go with whatever, whenever.
The last game I played that really surprised me was a GMT game called Triumph and Tragedy. It's a 3-player war game, a block war game, where one side plays the communists and there's the capitalists and you got the fascists. And it's really cool because you can play this whole war game and not even trigger World War II. And just play it out economically. But if someone like starts it, like this whole chain reaction happens, and like it just goes crazy. And that was really surprising to play a war game where the war didn't have to happen. You could play the whole thing out. So that really surprised me. I really enjoyed that one. But there was a lot of stickers to put on blocks. Oh my goodness, was there a lot of stickers to put on those blocks? But that's the last game that I played, and I was like, huh, that's pretty cool. I'm hoping I got Washington's War for me and my wife to play. I'm hoping that one, because it claims to be a war game in 90 minutes.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, let me read that. Something was written on the back of the box that was hilarious, and it made me pull the trigger on it. It was basically taking a rip on war games. It said, Washington's War is the perfect antidote for the time-conscious crowd whose only options up to now have been Euro games. Ooh, okay, we're going to try this out. So hopefully next month I'll get an update on that one. I'm especially curious how that compares to like Liberty or Death.
Yeah, it looked like it was kind of similar. So
yeah, so we'll give it a shot. And I've been really surprised how well that Twilight Struggle Steam app has been playing. I've been playing that quite a bit. That's a really smooth implementation of a board game.
I know who hasn't been playing that lately. Brandon.
My Steam has not been opened in a month.
Take a turn, Brandon.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm sure it probably plays great.
My game with him and Mike Resley on Boy de Jus is called "Can We Ever Finish a Game?"
It's not my turn, is it?
Yeah, probably.
Damn it, it is. I just took a turn. They've got me going on Yukata playing other games. But anyway.
I see where we rate. I think, Patrick, we got kicked to the curb.
No. Yeah. I'm taking my turn now.
Kick it now! No!
So, how about for you, Patrick?
I'm going to go with Cuba Libre. You know, I was very afraid of just dipping my toe into the coin game pool, and it felt similar to Twilight in the simplicity of, you know, you just look at a card and you have your little checklist of powers, and you power your cards. You can choose for your card, and you can choose which one you want to do, and if you don't choose it, your bad guy may be able to do it. This one was pretty interesting in that it was 4-player asymmetricals, and the powers were really, really different. So we kind of struggled to figure out our roles and what we were supposed to be doing, because, you know, I'm no expert on Cuba in the 60s, 50s, and 60s. So.
Have you seen that new one, the new coin game Falling Sky, the Gallic Wars?
That looks pretty cool.
I hear that's on the same complexity level as Cuba Libre. So that might be another one for you to look at. I'm hoping everyone but me bought it, so I'm going to be playing it here in the next few weeks. But I'd be curious, Patrick, what your take on it is.
Yeah, so I'll definitely explore some more. There was one that I just saw a picture of set in England. And
Pendragon?
Pendragon, yeah. That'd be my style.
That one. I've got that one backed. Or not backed, but GMT 500, so
yeah,
that looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
I really need to play some coin with you, Jason. You really took to Liberty or Death, and Carissa would love to have you over.
Yeah, I had a great time with Liberty Death, getting kind of thrown to the wolves, but it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Well, that's how you learn. Either sink or swim.
Exactly. So, Brian?
For the Kickstarter one's not out yet, but on Kickstarter, was Pones. It is such a cute, like, little game. You wouldn't think there was a lot of strategy in it, but it is pretty cutthroat, and you're trying to move your pieces around the board and chuck grenades and freeze people and stuff. And that was actually a big surprise because it doesn't look like much just looking at the box and even just looking at the graphics on the Kickstarter. But then another one.
How do you spell that?
Recently, what was that? Oh,
How do you spell that?
PWNS.
Okay.
But
You can check
another one.
on PNCN.
Yes. Please go, subscribe, like, everything. But one that actually surprised me, I had actually gone to my local thrift store just for giggles to see if I could find anything, and I actually saw Hey, That's My Fish.
Oh, I love that game.
So I was able to pick up the Mayfair edition for $1.99.
Ooh, with the wooden component, the wooden bits.
Yes.
Oh, that's
The only
fantastic.
It was missing one blue penguin. So I went onto Board Game Geek, found somebody that had one, and he sent it to me for free. So awesome.
Nice.
But I ended up playing that one, and I'm like, this is the meanest little kid game I have ever played.
Oh yeah.
It's up there with Survive Escape from Atlantis. I think I sent my daughter's whole war game thing with those two games.
But it is an evil, cutthroat game. And what's funny was inside the box were like they wrote their names on pieces of paper. So I have the kids' names, mom and dad. I'm like, I know why they don't have this anymore.
I'm glad you mentioned that one. I've missed that game. I've forgotten. I need to break that one out. I have the Fantasy Flight little plastic one, but still, it's such a simple, fun game.
Yes.
What is the premise of it? I've heard of it, but I haven't played it.
What you're doing is you have a certain amount of penguins, and you have this like tile board out of all these hexes, and they have fish on them. And you move your piece from one side to the other, and then you collect the one that you were previously on. But you can, your opponents can be like, get stuck in a little section, and if they can't move anymore, they're out of the game. So you can try to like surround your opponents and try to cut them off completely.
Yeah, I can see where some pieces would probably be thrown with that one against the kids.
Yes.
Wait, Brandon?
Probably Geekway wise, we played Chicago Express, and I really found myself enjoying that one. And it's not a whole lot to it. It's just the simplest of little stock or games and route building, and it's really all it is. It's a really neat little Queen game. That was probably my biggest surprise, and that's an older title too. Other than that, I don't know. I finally got to play Raw, and I really enjoyed it. And I really want to play all of Knizia's auction games now.
Oh, man. Tigris and Euphrates. I've forgotten about how much that sunk its teeth into me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. That is such... Yeah. And thanks to that, now I want to play Raw, and I want to get back and play Samurai.
We played Medici there at Geekway. I played Raw there. And it was... Yeah. We didn't get to Amon-Ray, but next year we will. That was probably...
not over the last month, but... the biggest surprise published game is probably the WWF Superstar Showdown. It's probably the biggest surprise that luckily I got it free at BGG-Con when they announced it. I was somewhat interested, but I didn't like any of the characters that were really in it. Because they were like all newer characters, like who cares, right? So I got it at BGG-Con, and one of the guys there taught it to me, and that game is so much fun. That was probably the biggest surprise. Yeah, WWE, WWF,
Yeah.
Still
I picked that up in trade at Geekway, so I'll try it out here pretty soon too.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Yeah, I think you'll like it, even though who cares about any of the characters? I mean, come on, you got...
Come on, Big E.
I know.
I love Big E.
I want to see Undertaker. I want to see Austin. I want to see The Rock.
Yeah.
I'd even go with some Shawn Michaels or some Ric Flair. Woo!
Now we're going old school, though.
Yeah.
They won't license that stuff anymore.
I know, huh? Jake the Snake Roberts. Old school.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that. Oh yes, it does need more Macho Man Maggie for sure.
What you mean?
That is hands down the biggest surprise that for a published game.
Yeah.
Kickstarter game. I don't know. That's a little tougher.
I was going to say, can we be surprised by Kickstarters? We back them for a reason. We think they're going to be great.
I was surprised by Soul. I was really surprised
felt.
how well Soul was.
Yeah.
Which one?
Soul, Ryan's game.
Oh yeah.
I was really surprised how nice that was. That had a lot of neat mechanics in it. I mean, the gates you go through, they give other people energy. You can like stick a thing out there to collect energy. You can just send your ships into the sun. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it had some cool cooperative. You tried to help out, or you kind of inevitably help out your opponents, but and you hope that they help you out more than you help them type of
I think
game.
the neatest mechanic was your starting ship flew around the sun, so it changed. You couldn't start.
Right. Yeah. Every turn, your launch was. By the time it got back to your turn, your launch where you'd be launching new ships is in a different spot on the board. Yeah. So. Yeah, that is true. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing the final production of that. So.
Sorry, I had to break out my belt.
Yeah.
Nice. Yes. Wait, is that your tag team or the Intercontinental? Or the grand and daddy of them all?
That's the world champion.
Oh yes, there you go. Awesome. So kind of going back to the spiel du jour, we were kind of talking about the code names in Karuba, and I'm all about the Karuba over code
Karuba's
names.
good. I did like Adventure Time 2 from Haba. I was surprised that one wasn't on there, but Karuba's cool.
Of the three, yeah, Karuba's the best of the three Family Time ones, I think. Or Family Time. The family strategy games.
I haven't played Imhotep, so I don't know about that one.
Yeah. I haven't either. But June, where's our Origins people? We'll have to dig into that one.
Yeah, come on. Bring it.
It's on my list.
Bring it back. Bring back a report of it.
I'm more interested in the Kinder, just because I don't know. I just don't know that I would have put Time Stories up there with it. But,
yeah.
And my wife and I kind of had the conversation on the podcast 3 weeks ago about it, and we know, and she's like, well, Pandemic Legacy is obviously the best of the bunch or whatever, and I couldn't bring myself to say that, because when I think of like a Spiel winner or something, I think of something that I'm going to play over and over and over again, and you want it to have that length.
Now you'll get Season 2, then you'll get Season 3.
Yeah, but I don't know. I thought Mombasa had a shot, or I really thought it should have had a shot, but it might have been a bit too much for even the Kinder.
So. I wonder if the release date, if that would be a reason.
Well, it was one of the what do they call it, recommended, so it was there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So is recommended just basically didn't quite make it for the nominee or whatever?
Yeah, that's their runners-up. They get the finals, and then the recommended are the ones that are, good enough, but just not quite.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, that is interesting then.
What was it? What were the other nominees? There were a bunch of recommendations for it.
Well, for that one, there was only 3.
Oh, that's all right. Isle of Skye
Isle
was
Skye.
the one I said was the one that I wanted to win that one.
Yeah.
Pandemic and Time Stories are the big 3, looks like.
Yep.
If any one of those wins, I'm fine. I've enjoyed playing all
Oh,
3.
yeah, honestly, all 3 of them are great games. But, well, 2 of them are great games. Anyway. One creates good experiences at the table with friends. There, how about that?
Well, that could be a game as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and then, well, there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the Spiel for the SDJ. 5 recommendations, and I only know of one of those 5, and that's Spyfall, but they've got it listed as Agent Undercover. Has Animals on Board? I've seen that on Twitter. Has that made it stateside?
Did you play that yet, Patrick?
No.
No. Okay. That's right. Mason and Derek were talking all about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that who I saw it? Okay.
Yeah. It looks like a fun game. I mean, it's a nice, light, family weight game, and it uses that. You split them and you pick and choose. It looks interesting. I don't know. Poor Steve. He didn't get his Spiel des Jahres nom.
What was the other one? The Quinto looks like. I thought that was released here, was it not?
I've heard of it. I've never played it or seen it, but yeah.
Yeah, there's like Dear Feason and Crazy Words. I haven't heard of any of those.
Yeah.
Just wait till you go to the Kenner.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I didn't even look at those because I didn't know any of those. So.
Yeah. I've got to get me a copy of Leo, the lion one.
Did you play
you-
Spinderella? Brandon,
I did not.
your kids? Okay. I saw it set up at CloudCap last time I was there, and it looked kind of.
It's awesome.
That's the one with that.
The spiders
the
come
spider
down
that's
and get the
hanging.
ants. Yeah, that's
I
really,
saw that on
really
the
well
miniature
fun.
merc sale today.
Yeah. Oh, it was on sale?
Yeah, it's like 20.
Maybe I should have looked at the sales.
No, you shouldn't have.
No, I shouldn't have. I was good.
Well, maybe. Could have used something new, I'm sure. You
Well,
could have
that's
found something.
Could have found something. That's right. But you've played my first Stone Age, right, TC?
Yeah,
So-
I did. I got a little man
Or
here
Stone
to
Age
talk
Junior.
about
That's
it.
right. Stone Age
wanna talk-
Junior.
You want to talk about Stone Age, Liam? Yeah. Hang on, we'll give you a 6-year-old. Right, get up here, buddy. Talk about my first Stone Age.
In the first Stone Age, I always beat the game. I beat the game like 4 times.
Awesome.
Right on.
So I
Nice.
went into the game. When I see 2 stuff and I just I get doggy and the right things.
the dog's wild, so you can use that to get any good attention.
Yeah.
How many times have we played it?
I played it like 2 times.
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Is Dad any good at it?
Little G. How times he beat? How times he beat it? 0.
Yeah.
Mom beat it. And Mom beat it 0 times, and my sister beat it 1 time.
Gotcha.
And I beat it 4 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what do you like? Do you like that one better than you like Monza?
So, I always been good at it, and something was wrong, and something was happening, and I just got a dog. I thought it was a house because I had enough things to get something.
So, would you recommend other kids getting it?
So I found. So I couldn't get the arrow. That's why I got a doggy. Then I got another doggy for a fish, and then I got a cherry, and now you build the house
How many houses can you win with the game?
4
You need
times.
3 houses. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll say
Liam.
bye.
Liam,
I-
do you think my 6-year-old would like it?
I think.
Yeah, as you can tell, very enthusiastic 6-year-old likes that game.
I was asking him a question.
I know, huh? Derailed by the dad.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, you.
He has a real toy. Like 15 minutes is like the most he can sit down for a game, but
Yeah.
he really, we played it quite a bit. He enjoys it.
So the number of times Dad won, 0.
Yeah.
That's always a good sign of a kid's game.
Yeah, and it's not for lack of trying either. He just he'd grip it and because the wild is the dog. Dog can be and there's only 2 of them. So once he realizes which one he needs to go to, he always flips it over and gets before me. So it's I need an arrow and a plum and a jug, but I don't need a jug because I got the dog. Ha ha. So I get my 3rd one. You lose, Dad. I'm like, that's neat. Yeah, but I've tried Kids of Carcassonne with him, or my first Carcassonne.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't like it so much, but for some reason, Stone Age, he's really, I think it's the dogs.
Yeah.
You can get dogs, but yeah, if you have a young kid, you want to
dogs.
Teach memorization and how to do stuff. It's great. It's really helped with his attention span at school.
Right on.
That's great.
Yeah.
What else is on that list for the kiddie games?
Leo goes
I
to
don't
the
know.
barber
I don't
and then
By Knizia? Huh, okay.
which I have not heard good things about, but See, all the recommendations have all the cool ones, like the Sleepy Castle, I think is one if you click on it. That has all the. Maybe I'm wrong. Nope, that's another Habba one.
Huh.
I'm trying to think. Don't they have Berg Flatterstein?
Flutterstone Castle.
Yeah, that's those big. It's got the big castle and you're flipping things in. And it's kind of cool. So.
Huh.
Oh, it does look neat. Yeah. Oh, it does. Yeah, it's like a flip game. Oh, that looks awesome. You flip bats.
It's in my
That's
Amazon
great.
It's in my Amazon D basket, waiting for me to press buy. So. Okay.
But, all right. Well, anything else we want to hit on before we wrap it up?
Not
No.
that I could think of. I could go off on some annoying gamers, but that's just me. I just don't understand how you can spend $160 for some kind of imported Euro and play it at a retail game store, and then not buy a retail game at the game store for $60 because you can get it cheaper online. Really? Wow. The reason the store's going to stay open is because you buy stuff here. Okay. Neat.
Yeah, we had a pretty long conversation about that in my last podcast with Quentin and Aaron, and yeah, I just consider that douchebags.
Yeah, I don't get it. Look, I have all these expensive games. Did you buy them? No, I got them, but I didn't buy them at the store. I won't pay anything over $60 at the store. But you'll spend. Okay, just go away.
Yeah. Pretty much. I think we all agree that.
Yep.
That's just something I've run across recently. It's just it blew my mind. Okay, that's okay, whatever.
Sweet. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. And thanks to all of our viewers. We were up to 8 or 9, so that's awesome.
Yeah, if you guys like Liam, we can. I'm going to throw him on the podcast here in a few. But my gosh, Brandon, I like listening to the Story Cube stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of editing. You got a lot of. You got to deal with a lot of table banging. You got to deal with a lot of. What does this do? Is they grab the mic? But it's fun.
I remember I brought Liam to your meetup. Jason, remember that?
Yeah.
We played Monza. I didn't realize it was everyone's like, "Oh, he's so cute." Oh, it's just we're just playing the game. It's better than him just on his on a DS or something. I prefer to interact with my children.
I know, right? Yeah, you brought the little race game or whatever.
Yeah, and he was all gung ho to show you guys how to play it.
Yeah. That was cool. He's a good kid.
Yep.
Oh. Right on. Well, thank you guys, and until next month, where can everybody find you guys at? So we'll start with Brandon. Where can we find you at?
I'm right here.
Right there. Out in the middle of BFE, if you ask me.
We are in the middle of the country. We are where everybody should come to. It's like the vortex that just sucks you right in here. We are, of course, it's the What Did You Play This Week podcast. It's a weekly podcast on Sunday nights. I usually release it. We are going to start separating our podcast a little bit starting this week. Lance was actually the last interview that we will have on that portion of the podcast. That's going to be, our Sunday nights are going to be for contributors and for my family and I. And then Wednesdays, we're going to start releasing our conversations with people that we have. So it's going to be a separate kind of thing. So folks don't have to fast forward through me quite as much. They can just skip me altogether and go to interview. So they can hear me ask 3 questions in an hour-and-a-half show. But I am on Twitter at Vacabee.
So it's just kind of like talking to Kevin Smith, then.
Yes. It's really a lot of fun, and I knew it was coming because he's just a whirlwind. But they guests like that are just they make my job. They make interviewing easy, and I'm not a good interviewer, so. I'm at VacaBCK on Twitter, at WDYPTW on Twitter as well.
Wait, Brian, can people find you at?
They can find me Cloak and Meeple pretty much anywhere. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So look me up. YouTube, definitely YouTube.
What reviews that do you got coming up?
Right now I'm kind of just kind of mellowing out right before Origins.
Oh, okay.
So taking a break now because I've been shelling them out all this week and last week.
Yes, you have. And Patrick?
I am P. Hillier, HILLIER 937 on the Twitters and everywhere else. And I'm going to be on the What Did You Play This Week chat show next drops whenever it drops.
We still haven't come up with a name.
Yeah.
So it's
We're working on that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Sweet. And then TC?
Find me at tatteredboard.com or on PNCN.rocks. My Twitter hashtag's tatteredboard. Someday I'll post a podcast. I haven't done one in a while. I'll get something up eventually. Yeah, I've been lazy and hot and lazy.
It has been
mainly lazy.
hot.
It's lazy.
Sweet, and you can find me on Twitter at JA_Hancock, HANCOCK, and one half of the Docking Bay 94 podcast. And as well, find all of us at PNCN.rocks. Sweet, thank you guys.
Thank
you.
Thank you again.